What's up, everybody? Welcome to my channel. This is The Undesirables, and I hope everybody's having a great day. Everybody's having a blessed day. This is The Undesirables, and if you guys don't know me, I am your host. I am Jay, and today we are going to be doing something a little bit different. You can see that I'm set up a little bit differently than my other videos, than I am on Facebook and Instagram and my other YouTube videos. I rearranged everything because today I am going to show you guys something a little bit different. Whenever you guys, I just like to keep things fresh. And whenever you guys think you got my channel figured out or you guys got me figured out, I want to let you guys know, I come with a hat full of tricks. Simple as that. I've been around the block more than a few times. I've seen a whole lot of things. I've learned a whole lot along the way. And in the 35 years that I've been on this earth, I've been blessed, man, and I've gotten to see a lot of things. And I just wanted to make this channel and share the knowledge that I've acquired. Not only you guys know what The Undesirables name's about, and you guys can see the things that I've been sharing. Well, today is just going to be a little bit different than the usual. So a little bit different than the norm. Today I am going to be showing you guys something that I learned while I was incarcerated. Yeah, I have been completely open about the fact that I am a recovering addict. I was incarcerated. While I was incarcerated, man, the stories I can tell you guys, right? Everything you guys ever heard about jails, institutions, they're true, and so the things I want to show you today is something that you can apply to a survival situation. This is just how inmates cook different kinds of food while incarcerated. Now you got to understand, the food that these institutions feed you are absolutely horrendous. I mean, the food there, depending on the institution that you're at, the places that I was at, I've eaten some of the worst meals known to mankind. Not because I wanted to, but because I had to, just to survive. And the food that I'm going to show you guys here today, not everybody is lucky enough to eat like this. If people have money on your books, if you have money, you have family, a wife, a brother, sister, your son, daughter, if you have mother, father, somebody also putting money on your books. Somebody else looking out for you. If you don't have money, if somebody else is putting money on your books, then usually once a week, maybe every other week, depending on the facility, you get to go to what's called the store. Now, the store is what's called go get in the commissary. And when you go get your commissary, you can store up what the inmates will call your canteen. It's what you got on hold, your store. Now, it's not the best food, but this food usually consists of stuff like ramen noodles, rice. It will consider like some tuna fish, maybe like some sort of chicken breasts. As a matter of fact, I went out to the store earlier and I got some stuff. Let me show you just some things. I should have done this before I sat down. Here. On this video, it's going to be like a 3-part video I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you the video today. The video after this, I'm going to show you how to make a prison tacos or prison burritos. Both of them. There's tacos and burritos. I'm going to show you how to make those. And then I'm going to show you how to make like detention jailhouse style pizzas. Yeah. You can make pizzas while you're in there too if you know what you're doing. So this is just some normal stuff that you can see while you're in some detention centers, depending on the store, the facilities and what they offer. This is just some typical stuff. Now the stores usually offer a whole lot more stuff than this, but this is just typical stuff like ramen, some like Ritz crackers, rice. Usually stuff like this, like some like tuna creations. Usually nothing too crazy like this, like honey barbecue. I got this stuff for my videos, but usually like tuna. Yeah, you can get tuna. Pepperoni, you can usually get pepperoni. Chips, you can usually get chips, not usually stuff like this, but Doritos. You can get Doritos. You can sometimes get sodas. Things like that. And cheese. You get like squeezed cheeses. Hold on. I actually got something I can show you. Look, check this out. I actually brought this home from the facility I was in the last time. And I keep this under my bed. And I just look at it every once in a while to remind myself like what it was like. Right here. This is legit. Keefy coffee. Freeze-dried coffee. This is from the last detention center, the last facility. The last time I was locked up, in the last detention center I was locked up, this is actually from there. It's not Maxwell House coffee, guys. Like, whew. If you guys ain't never had it, man, I'm telling you. Like, comment below if you got hit subscribe. Comment below you guys have ever had that stuff. And no, I'm never going to open that bag. No, I'm never going to sell it. You guys could never buy it from me. Like, that's mine. Okay, so today I am going to show you the first meal that you guys will ever learn how to make in a detention center. Now, this video is not to first of all glorify jails, prison, detention institutions, breaking the law, anything like that. So don't get it twisted. That's not what this video is about. If you guys have never been locked up, you ain't never spent a day in jail, seriously, that's for you. That means that you're an upstanding citizen. You apply yourself in society. You stand on your own feet and you hold your own. You do what you're supposed to do. You take care of you and you take care of your own. Like, you don't have to ever go to jail, prison, any of these places to hear these stories. You don't ever have to spend those times to learn the things that other people have gone through to hear about these things, or the things that like I can show you that you can learn in there. You don't. If you ain't never been, don't go. Don't go. It is, it is a horrible place. It's very awful. You're away from your families. While you're in there, a lot of guys, the number one thing that drives people crazy is like, hey, is my girl out there cheating on me? Or why is my girl not answering my phone? Why hasn't she come visit me? Why is nobody answering for me? What's going on? Why, they're away and nobody's on the outside, and it drives them crazy. That's the number one thing that you see going on in there. People on that phone, running down the phone, calling. And it's just driving people insane because their life is now inside those walls and their mind is outside there. And I try to tell the guys, man, you stay off that box of pain over there, man. You get on that box of pain and it's a wrap. It's over. Your life is now in here. You can't control what's going on out there, man. And once you get on that line and you figure out what's going on out there, man, I mean, you can't control what goes on in your life. Man, if you think you control what's going on in your life right now, let me tell you something. You have a big you're misinformed, man. You've got it wrong. If you think you can actually control the events in your life, you're wrong. You don't control 90% of the stuff that you actually think you control. And if you think I'm wrong, go get locked up and figure it out for yourself. So moving on, today I'm going to teach you guys how to make food with bare minimum. This stuff is amazing food. Like, this is good food from eating from nothing. I spent almost 3 years of my life eating food just like this, surviving off of food like this, not because I had to or wanted to, but because I had to. And I was lucky enough that I could eat food like this. And usually when you're on the block, you can ask other people if they want to go in on it. You'd be like, hey, I'm going in on a hookup. Who wants to put in on a hookup? Who's trying to go? Hey, who's trying to go? Right? And like in a detention center, look. In a detention center, depending on where you're at, one of these in a detention center is $1. It's $1. Now, I just bought a case of these, 10 of them, for $2.38 on the streets. And they go for $1 in there. You'll see people gambling these things away, paying for cards. I mean, that's how also people get hurt. Gambling the money they don't have, borrowing stuff they can't pay back. You don't hear that side of the story. You just hear about how violent jails are. But yeah, that's part of why the violence are in there, because people gamble, can't pay debts back, and they run up. That's exactly how it happens. So this is a lot of money while you're in on the inside. It's $1. $1 is a lot, and your word is everything in there. So just something to think about. But we're going to move on. We're not going to talk about jail. We're not going to glorify jail. I'm just giving you guys a little bit of backstory. This is going to be about how to make decent food with very minimum stuff. Okay? What we got here today is this is very high in calories, high in protein, very high in carbs, and you're going to have to watch your sodium intake on this. And I'm going to show you how you can kind of control the sodium intake a little bit. It's very high in sodium. The number one way inmates die while incarcerated is by heart attacks. It's not from gang banging. It's not from being stabbed or shanked while in the showers. It's not by being locked and socked. None of that crazy stuff. Number one way people die while incarcerated is heart attacks, and that is because they all eat these sodium packs that come probably from these right here. And the food is very salty that they serve in those facilities. So, all right, so you get people to get together. Usually 3 people on a hookup is usually about what you want to do. That's pretty average. A lot of times I would just cook by myself because I don't like how a lot of other people cook. You get too many other flavors. If you get like chicken breast. Somebody puts chicken in, then you get somebody else that puts pepperoni in, and then you get somebody else that puts, then you get somebody else puts beef in. It's just too many flavors. It ends up tasting like crap. You know what I mean? It's just, I'd rather control what's going on in my meals. And if you get guys together that can get with the program, and, if everybody stays on the same page, then things are a little bit different. But I'm not teaching you guys how to bit. I'm just teaching you guys how to make ramen noodles food right now. This is what's considered a swole, a prison jailhouse swole. And this is going to be your first kind of hookup that you're going to learn while you're incarcerated. A hookup is where everybody hooks up on a meal together. Everybody pitches in, they hook up on a meal. So this is what I'm going to teach you. So first you start off with your noodles, right? And everybody, look, if you want to go in, the way you cook with, usually it's 2 noodles, a meat, and a cheese. That's how, if everybody wants to get in. So if you want to get in on a hookup, you're going to have to put in 2 noodles, a meat, and a cheese. And somebody is going to have to put in some like chips or something. Somebody's going to have to put in some chips. And I'm going to show you how this works. So you take your noodles, and obviously what you would do is you take your noodles and you would hear this. You take them on the floor, you throw them on the floor, right? And you'll hear that on the tier all day long. From 1 o'clock on, you'll hear smash, 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 right? That's because people are starting to make the hookups. People are going to start selling their lunch trays, and they're not going to eat their lunch. Instead, they're going to sell it for $1. They're going to sell their lunch trays. Now, what that means is that they're going to get their lunch tray, and you're going to give them $1, and they're going to give you your lunch tray. So that's how that works. So what I got here is I got my noodles already in a bowl. Whoop, spilled some. Also, to really fatten up a swole, you want to put in some rice. Really put in some rice. But I'm not going to put in rice right now. I'm not going to open up a box of rice just for this video. But if we were going to make this a survival situation, if we were going to put in like 6 ounces of rice, this would almost double the amount of just how much content would come out at the end. It's amazing how much rice will fatten up your hookup. I'm telling you, you put in 2 cups of rice in 6 noodles. This is actually 4 noodles. 4 noodles. If we would put in a cup of rice, it would, I'm telling you, it would fatten us up. I'd probably only put in, probably like 4 or 5 ounces of rice. It would double the amount of content in this hookup. So first thing we're going to do, I already got hot water. Now we got 4 noodles in here. What I would do, I take my salt packets, and I usually do 2 salt packets. Well, 1 salt packet, one of these packets, flavor packets, for every 2 noodles, right? But even that can turn out to be a lot. So what I'm going to do, and these are all chicken flavor. They're all the same flavor. You don't want beef, shrimp, and chicken. It's just too much flavor. They're all the same flavor. Yeah, they call it Chef Boyardee right here. I'm telling you, you gotta know what you're doing. So take it, mix that in real good. Yeah, I've done this a few times. Oh, by the way, I forgot to show you guys. You would not have a bowl like this while you're locked up. You don't have a bowl like this. You know what you would use? I forgot to show you guys. You probably saw this earlier sitting on my bed. This right here. You know what this thing is? It's half a trash bag. Yeah, it's a clean trash bag, but what you would do is you would sit it down on your table like this, and you would mix everything in together, right? You put your noodles in, you season everything up, and then you fold it up like this, right? And then you would add your water, and you would shake it up like this. That's how you would cook in there, out of a trash bag. You don't have bowls while you're locked up. You got bags, trash bags. See, aren't you grateful that you're free? Aren't you so grateful that you're free? You ain't got to cook out of a trash bag. And you're blessed. You are blessed if you get to eat this kind of food while you're in there. Think about it. Don't break the law. I mean, if it comes down to like the 22 or going back and being incarcerated or something, I'm going back to being incarcerated. I mean, I ain't selling my soul. You know what I mean? I mean, but you know what I mean? You gotta weigh your options here. But anyway, so this is all mixed up. Time to add your water. Now you don't want to add too much water. I mean, well, yeah, kinda you do. Add it in there. Now you gotta let that cook. Now you're gonna let that cook. Hope you guys are enjoying this so far. Okay, so now we get to move on. The noodles are cooking. So now we get to move in. Okay. Now, I've never made this with barbecue before. This is barbecue. Usually you will have chicken or tuna fish. I've never made this with barbecue. This is not something that you will make it on the outside. But hey, I'm a free man today, so I get to try something different. So what we're going to do, all right, I'm going to start off cutting these open. Dumping them into my bowl. Those noodles take a good 10 minutes to cook. By the way, you want to really let them soften up. If you guys, anybody here has ever been locked up, you guys have seen this before. This is nothing special if you guys have been locked up. Now, I'm going to have videos later where if you guys, even people that have been incarcerated, have not seen what I'm going to show you guys. That's only if you're a seasoned vet. Oh, that is good. Making tacos and burritos and pizzas. A lot of people, I mean, if you've been to prison or whatever, people know that. Also, maybe I'm going to show you guys how you can make a dessert in there. You can get different kind of honey buns, candy bars, stuff like that. Like sweets off the commissary. And you can make a cake. You can also make taffy. You know, I can actually show you guys a bunch of different kinds of things they making there. If you guys really want to see, I don't know how much you guys are interested in this. You guys gotta let me know. you guys are interested, I'll show you. If not, I can always go back to show you guys gematria. We can go back to learning whatever you guys want to learn. I'm here for you guys. I'm here for you guys, you know what I mean? What you guys want to learn, I will teach. Okay. So I got my meat in there. Also, this is something that you will see a lot in there. Beans. Beans. Now, this isn't exactly the stuff you will see off like the commissary in there. Because Keefe or Aramark will run the companies. This is the stuff that you, like, as close as you will get, I guess, from being in these facilities. Okay? As close as you will get. Dump out some of this juice. Okay. Dump out the beans. Perfect. Cheese. Sometimes what guys will do is save the milks off of their lunch or breakfast, wherever they get milks, and they will add some milk to this. Actually, I might just do something similar. I ain't got no milk right now. But you can put water. Just make the consistency just a little bit more like cheese, you know? Whip it up. Also, what people will do is take pink packs from the coffee packs they get for the coffees, and to offset just how much sodium is in this thing, they'll put pink pack or a little bit of sugar in it just to offset how much, you know, the sodium content, the sodium, the sweet. You know, this stuff is to be played with. People really take pride in their work in there. And if you cook for somebody and you mess up their food, I mean, you could really end up getting yourself in some trouble in there. So, but we're not in there. And we're not going to go, right? We're going to stay out of there. But you can see what we're concocting in here, man. We are making something. We are making something. Wait till you see how this turns out. I'll whip this all up. Whip this up. All right. And now remember, there's 4 noodles, a can of beans, 3 of these meats. So that's like a can of tuna almost, maybe a can or a big can of tuna worth of meat. Pickles. You will see people with pickles in there. They will chop up pickles. I ain't got time in the world to sit here and chop up pickles. You will see people with usually a hot pickle. All right, but I'm not too much of what pickles myself. The only reason I got this was to really show you guys like what to expect in there. And I'm going to just add a little bit of this. This is relish, just chopped up pickles already. I'm going to add a little bit of this in there. I'm not too much of a pickle kind of guy. And then we're going to add the cheese. All right. Let me show you guys what I'm working with right now. You guys can't see what's going on over there. So, let me show you. This is a close-up of what we have going on right now. Wish there was a way of like, you got the tuna. I'm going to add a little bit more relish. Beans. A little bit more relish. Noodles over here cooking. Those are looking real good. See the honey barbecue. And then this right here. You will see this. You will see these or some sort of chip. Flaming hot Cheetos. Well, that looks really good, by the way, right? Let's just whip this up a little bit more. Do this one-handed. Look at that. That looks really good. Really good. You know what? You know what? While I'm here and we're doing this, we have so much stuff going on here. I'm just going to go ahead and while I'm here, I'm going to show you how to make a stuffed taco in this video while we're doing this too, because there's so much stuffing right here. We might as well make a stuffed taco. So, look, if you take one of these ramen noodles, you got to feel how the top is open, right? The top, this one is the folded side. I can feel it's folded. This side is obviously the side that's got two the edges. So it opens from the top that way. So come with me. Come with me. We're here in my sink. Right, set you guys up right here. What we're going to do is open up this right here. All right. See how I just opened this up? Dump out all the excess crumbs. All the excess crumbs. I'm hard-boiling some eggs. Also, hard-boiled eggs are something that people will throw in on hookups. I'm not doing that. People will throw in all kinds of stuff on a hookup, man. Like, anything you can. So, let's get some hot water running. Now, okay, so now what we're going to do, we're going to add just a little bit of this packet into this ramen noodle right here. Just a little bit. You don't need much. Like a third of it at most, right? And you can see once again that that's how the top is opened right there. The top, the fold. Then what you do is you put this in. Let it fill up. Bang! Let that sit. Well, that's it. We're going to come back. Let that sit. Won't take long. You don't want that to take too long. You don't want that to get too soft. So, let's take this to the sink. And now what we're going to do, we're going to drain this, all the water out. All that excess water comes out. Come back with me. Back and forth, back and forth. Now, if you're locked up, all you got to do is go from your cell, from your sink to your desk. But here we're going to go from my bedroom to my kitchen. But okay, and now what you do? All you gotta do is add this to this. And you guys get the point, man. There's your hookup. Let me taste it. Oh, man. Man, that tastes good. Man, I tell you what, it don't look all that great. Let me tell you something. That tastes amazing, especially for JaiLhoUSe food. Let me tell you, I gotta wipe it. Ugh. Especially for JaiLhoUSe food, that right there. That is money, my friends. I'm telling you. That right there. Yeah. Now, I could probably added a little bit more meat to this. Right? It's like a casserole. A little bit more meat to it. I got a lot of a lot of noodles in here, but there you go. Now I didn't even add rice to that. You heard me say, if I were to add rice to this, it would double the size. I added 4 noodles, a can of beans, roughly a can of tuna fish worth of honey barbecue, right? It's the same amount of meat. I just added honey barbecue stuff, which was roughly equivalent to a can of tuna fish. Sweet relish, some cheese, and look, I didn't even do this. A lot of times, guys will take chips, crush up the chips into a powder, and put that on top. That would really kick it up a notch. I would add some salt and spice to it. I mean, but you gotta watch this. You gotta watch your sodium intake. When you're in jail, people will gain weight like crazy because I'm telling you, all the sodium in the food. When I was in there, I gained 50 pounds. You come out and you lose all that weight again. But don't go anywhere yet. I'm still going to show you my stuffed taco. So, yeah, this is your first hookup. Your first thing you'll learn how to make in a detention center or whatever when you get locked up, right? So, if in a survival situation where you ain't got much food, you got a couple ramen noodles, can of beans, some rice, you got a family to feed. Look what I just made. Yeah, that's why. Look, see all these ramen noodles right here. Look at my